Matthew chapter 5, verse 3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. To be poor at spirit doesn't mean to look at yourself as less than or not of value or insignificant. In God's terms, what it really means is to realize your spiritual bankruptcy, to know and see that you have no spiritual assets, meaning that you have no guidance, no protection from God, and you have no love, no peace from Jesus. It is to confess with your heart and your mind and your soul and your mouth that we are rebellious and we are sinful towards God and His ways, that we have no morals, and we cannot follow and go through this lifetime without being obedient. And the ancient Greek word for blessed actually means happy. And like again I said, not in a modern term sense, but in the godly sense of how God interprets the word. I want you to pay very close attention. Notice how it says, blessed are the poor in spirit, not blessed will be. Meaning that you are already blessed. If you have reached out to God and you knocked on the door and you are seeking Him, asking for an answer, asking for His help, for His guidance, you are already saved, because that very moment when you call out to God and you ask Him, God, I can't do this in my own strength, because you realize it is God that lifts you up. It is God who exalts you. It is God who gives you, who is your right hand man. Jesus is here to teach you, lead you in the way that is right. And so another thing we tend to do wrong is to have expectation on God. How will He get me out of this situation? How will He save me from this situation? But you need to realize God sheds things off of you first before He gives you what you want. So in order for you to inherit the promise, He has to clean you out from the inside out. He has to remove all the impurities, because when you get to the promise, if you was to just arrive at the promise straight up, just right there, He knows exactly what you'll do to ruin it. Remember, He created us. He knows us from the start to the beginning. So everything that God does is for a purpose. Everything that God does is for a reason.